Hello huns, how you doing today? This is your handful mama. I am back again with another video. Today I will be showing you guys how I make my simple recipe. It's a recipe that I have made before, and this is going to be my dough recipe for my pizza. And I like to make mine homemade because I save more and more money making my homemade dough at home for my pizza, so I know what I put in it, and that's what I really like. So I don't know what they put in it at the store, but when I'm making it at home, I know what I'm putting in it. So I have my big purple bowl right here, and over here I have my cup of warm water, and then I have my bowl of wheat flour. And also I have another bowl of wheat flour because I'm going to be doubling, actually tripling the recipe. And then this is the wheat flour that I'll be using. It is the whole wheat flour. And also I'll be using some olive oil. And I will be using some rapid rise, fast rising yeast. And I also will be using some salt. Now the recipe calls for more salt than this, but it'll be okay. I'm just going to use the salt that I desire because I don't like a whole lot of salt intake. So let's go ahead and start making this dough. So we're going to go ahead and put our whole wheat flour in here. And this is, like I said, I'm tripling the recipe. So altogether I'm going to be using 7 cups of whole wheat flour. Because I'll be tripling the recipe. Now, if you're just making one pizza dough for just one recipe, and I'm not sure how many that makes, but I'm pretty sure it should make at least 2 medium-sized pizzas. It should. But I'm trying to make at least 6 or 7 pieces out of this dough. That's why I'm tripling the recipe while I'm making my dough, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So like I said, if you're doing one, you're going to use just 1.5 cups of the whole wheat flour. And also the recipe calls for 1 cup of regular flour, but I'm not going to use the regular flour. So what I did, I just, double mine with the whole wheat flour. So if you're just trying to do just one mixture of your homemade dough, just go ahead and use 2.5 cups of wheat flour. Okay, so I put the wheat flour in there, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my salt. And this is just 1 teaspoon. Now the recipe will call for 1.5 teaspoons of salt, but like I said, I didn't want that much salt. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the salt that I desire. And I'm just going to mix it up really well in the wheat flour. And once again, I am tripling this recipe. So if you want to triple a recipe, just follow the steps that I'm doing today. And the reason why I use this wheat flour, because it's more healthier for me and my family. So if you want to do the regular flour, you might have to pull up a recipe with the regular flour, but this is how I'm doing it. So I really appreciate if you guys try like this too. So we're going to go ahead and go in with the olive oil, and I am going to use 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm just going to pour it in. Okay, that's about 3 tablespoons. And then I'm going to go in with my yeast, and I'm going to use 2 packs. Now the recipe called for 1 tablespoon if you're just doing one dough mixture. And look like this is that's just 1 tablespoon right there. So I will be actually using all 3 of these packs. So that's 2. And since I'm tripling the recipe, that's why I have to use 3 whole packs of yeast. Now, if you just doing one dough mixture, you're just going to use just that one pack. And this is the kind that I'm using. So that's the third pack that I'm putting in there. Okay. And now I'm going to start adding my warm water slowly. And the recipe calls for 1.5 cup of warm water. So I'm just gonna pour in 3 cups, and then I'm gonna be right back when I start getting this mixed up. Okay, Hans, I am back, and my dough is mixed all up. And what I did, I just mixed it really good, and this is the consistency that it should be. Now, if it's a little sticky, that's perfect. This is how it should be. It should be sticking to your hand at this point, because you're going to go in after you've mixed it. You're going to go in with just a little more flour, your wheat flour, and you're just going to sprinkle it on that top and around that bowl a little bit. Because the reason why you're going to do that, because you want to be able to go ahead and mix it good some more, so it'll have kind of like a tough texture, but not really tough. But it's going to be a little sticky, so you'll have to get that extra flour on there to get it kneaded all together. And as you can see, I can pick it up without it sticking to my hand. So I'm just going to sprinkle just a little more flour. And you'll have to do this, like I said, to get it the consistency that it needs to be for baking before you spread it out in your pan to get it in the oven. And you're going to bake this in the oven after you have added your pizza topping. You can go ahead and bake this for 12 to 15 minutes. Whatever pizza topping you desire to put on there, you can just do a cheese pizza, all cheese. You can do hamburger, chicken. You can do sausage. At this point, you should be able to do it like this without, see my hand, it's not sticking to my hand. You should be able to drop it like this without it just, you know, sticking back to your hand. So I'm going to knead this some more. And like I said, that's the, and I love to use my my knuckles to punch it and knead it. And this will save you a lot of money if you do it like this. It will save you a lot of money. It's more healthier for you and your family. And I'm just gonna knead it with my knuckles here. And this is gonna start rising. So after you have mixed it and got it kneaded well, you're going to let it sit overnight for 24 hours. But I never let mine sit overnight because it really don't need to sit overnight. But if you prefer to let it sit overnight, that'll be fine. Just put like a plastic wrap on your bowl, and then that next day or whenever you want to go ahead and start baking, you can make your pizzas. But if you don't want to do the 24 hours, 30 to 40 minutes will be perfect, because this is going to rise in about 30 to 40 minutes. And then you can go ahead and start baking your pizza. Making it good old homemade pizza. So you just want to make sure it's kneaded really good. And once it is, you're going to go ahead and let it rest for 30 minutes. So I'm going to let this rest, and I'm going to spread it in the pan and let you guys see. I'll be back. Okay, Hans, I'm back, and my dough has risen some, and that's perfectly fine. Like I said, you can, if you would like, you could let yours sit overnight, but I have made mine like this before, and the dough comes out really like the consistency that it should be after you made your pizza. It tastes really, really good. So I just let mine sit 30 minutes. And like I said, that is a fine time if you desire that time. So you can see it has risen. And you can see as I touch it, it's just the perfect consistency that it should be. You know, I can pinch some off and it's not going to be really sticky to the touch. But if it does, you can go ahead and get just a little sprinkle of wheat flour and just sprinkle it. Can't talk. But sprinkle it on your hands, and then you can go ahead and just start forming your dough so you can get it in your pan to get your pizza done. And it should scratch like this. And I'm just going to do this little pan right here for now to show you guys how it should be. And I just have mine just pinched off some like this. And you can put a little olive oil in the palm of your hand, just a really small amount. Or you can do just a little wheat flour in your hand. But as you can see, this is perfect. I didn't need to really add nothing to my hand. That's how your dough should look. You should be able to just ball it up like this. And it should be really, really have that good texture and flexible. And like I said, you can make a lot of pieces like this on your own and save a whole lot of money. And you know what you put in it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just put it in my little pan here. And I'm just going to start just spreading it out. So this is just going to be a mini pizza. And also at the bottom of this pan, I just put just a drop of olive oil at the bottom, at the base. I know it's not going to stick in this pan, but I still want to put a little olive oil in the pan. And so you're just going to press it out just like this. And it's going to stretch to the end as you press it. And you want to make sure you're not using too much. So the size that I use will be the perfect amount if you're using just a small dish like this. Because you don't want it to be a thick crust. Now, if you want it to be a thick crust, you can use just a little more. But I don't like a real thick crust on my pizza. So this little pan is perfect. And this is just going to be like a mini pizza. And like I said, when you get your toppings on there, whatever toppings you want, I'm planning on doing me for myself. I'm planning on doing me probably like maybe a veggie pizza or something like that, but I'm really not sure. But the kids might try to do them like maybe a cheese or something like that. So you're going to just spread it out just like this. And these pans are really, really great to put those mini pizzas in. Usually I save these from the holidays when I bake all of my homemade pies. I save them and they work out just perfect, like if I'm want to bake something else. So that's why I'm using this one that I have saved from the holidays. So if you baked a lot of pies from the holidays, you might just have some saved up as well. And what I like to do after I get through doing this, to make sure my crust come out really, really good, I like to add just a little more olive oil on the top. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because I want to have that good flavor on the top. And I'm just going to pour just a little, just that much, just a little drop. And then I'm just going to go around it and get that good olive oil all around it. And you can use butter if you prefer, but I didn't want to use butter. I prefer using that olive oil. And that's just to give it that little shine. And then when you put those toppings on there, it's going to go really, really good together. Like you're using spinach or something like that. You want to put spinach or something on your pizza. And then I'm going to go in with some garlic powder. I love to put garlic on my pizza crust. So you're just going to sprinkle that garlic on there as much as you desire. I'm just going to use maybe around about a tablespoon. because I want to be able to taste that garlic when I cook it, you know, when it's done. Okay, and I have sprinkled it with my garlic powder. And you guys, that's it. That's the only thing you need to do. And then look how much dough that you have left. I'm talking about if you're making these size pieces, you could make so many of these. I mean, probably 10 or more if you have this size pan. But if you're making have a larger pan, you might still be able to get maybe 6 medium pieces out of this dough. So you guys, this is your handful mama. This is my homemade dough. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Please click the notification bell and make sure the notification bell is on all instead of personal. Because if it's on all, every time I drop a video, you'll hurry up and get that notification that I'm dropping another video. And you might want to know how to make this quick, easy pizza dough. And if you have all on, you'll be notified quickly. So once again, this is your handful mama. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share with everyone. Happy holidays. See you later.